Hello everyone. Now we are going to see engineering economics and cost analysis. In this course, the first unit is the basic economics, and in this presentation, we are going to deal with the definition of economics. When it comes to mind engineering economics and engineering, and that is another question poses in our mind. That is why engineering economics is important for civil engineers. Yes, of course, this is a question arises in everyone's mind, each and everyone. So why engineering economics is important for civil engineers? Without the knowledge of economics, how an engineer will select a project, whether that is feasible or not, economically viable or not, and how he or she will choose the option whether to lend, lease, or purchase, or rent and construction equipment to be used in the site, and day-to-day construction activities is to be planned. By learning engineering, a budgeting of the project, cost of alternate materials, financial planning can be easily learned. And the one more thing is optimization has to be done in any kind of project. A project may be a residential, commercial, or multi-story or infrastructure project. But in any kind of project planning, scheduling, and monitoring has to be done in a way that the optimization has to be properly done. That is, material, and machinery has to be planned and optimized. And the whole 3M optimization leads to the cost optimization of the project. So construction need to be done with the cost optimization, and we learn by this engineering economics. Now, what is economics? That comes to our mind, right? Economics is a social science, deals with the and studies the influence of a human behavior. Studies and influences the human behavior, and it deals with the production, exchange, and consumption of various commodities. It is a study of what constitutes the rational human behavior in the endeavor to fulfill the needs and wants. Now, these are some of the general definitions of economics, and we have many great scientists who have defined and framed the definitions of economics. And we have the definition of economics, welfare definition, scarcity definition, and growth definition of economics. Now let's see the foundation of economics. Now, who is the father of economics? Adam Smith is the father of economics, and he gave the wealth definition of economics. He defined economics as the science of wealth, and he authored the books An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. Now, and this person is Lionel Robbins, has given the scarcity definition of economics. He defined economics as the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. And this person is an Alfred Marshall, gave the welfare definition of economics, and he authored the book Principle of Economics in 1890, and he defined economics as a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. It examines the part of individual and social action which is the most closely connected with the attainment and use of material requisites of well-being, and this is called as the welfare definition of economics. And the last person who gave the growth definition of economics is Paul A. Samuelson. He gave the growth definition of economics. The study of how men and society choose, with or without the use of money, to employ scarce productive resources which could have alternative uses to produce various commodities over time and distribute them for the consumption, and now in the future among various people and group of society. And these are the 4 persons who laid the foundation of economics. Now let's get into an easy activity. And here is a picture showing you a person Can you identify him? Yes, he is an Indian who have received a Nobel Prize for economics in the year 1997. 1998. He was awarded Nobel Prize in the year 1998 and Bharat Ratna in the year 1999 for his work in welfare economics. And he is Amartya Sen. Thank you.